My name is Clara. I'm 29 years old. I live alone in a small flat near the school where I teach young children. My life is quiet, predictable. I don't go to parties. I don't have many friends. I like it that way, simple, peaceful. I never expected anything to happen. Not really. But something did. It was a cold Monday morning. The sky was gray, the wind sharp. I stood at the bus stop, hands deep in my coat pockets, counting the seconds until the bus would come. That's when I noticed him, a man a few steps away, looking down at his phone, checking it over and over. I didn't know his name then. Ethan. He was there again the next day. And the day after. For a week, we stood at the same stop, never speaking. Never smiling. But I noticed him. I think he noticed me too. Then, on Friday, I dropped my bag. An apple rolled across the pavement. He bent down, picked it up, and held it out to me. You might want this, he said. I smiled. Thank you. I eat one every morning. Good habit, he replied, smiling softly. That was our first conversation. After that, we began saying hello each morning. We talked about the weather, the traffic, the never-on-time bus. He told me his name was Ethan. He worked at a small phone repair shop nearby. I told him about my students. I began looking forward to those short talks. They made the mornings feel lighter. One morning, he asked, "Would you like to grab coffee with me sometime?" I said yes. From there, everything unfolded quietly. On weekends, we went for walks. Watched movies. Talked about nothing and everything. He was calm, gentle. He never made me feel rushed. He never made me feel small. I felt seen with him. We dated. Nothing extravagant, grocery runs, coffee on rainy days, fixing my broken TV, helping him buy new shoes. Small things that felt big to me. He made my quiet life feel full. Ethan didn't talk much about his past. He said he'd moved here from another town, no family nearby. I didn't press him. I figured he'd tell me when he was ready. For 6 months, we built something. We had small fights, sure, about late replies or weekend plans, but nothing serious. My friends liked him. My brother met him once and said, "Seems all right." That was enough for me. Until it wasn't. He started texting less. He stopped calling at night. "Work's been busy," he said. I believed him. One Saturday, we planned to meet for dinner. I waited outside his shop for over an hour. He never came. I called. No answer. No call that night. No message the next day. Something felt wrong, but I waited anyway. Finally, on Monday, he called. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. "I need space." Did I do something wrong? I asked. "No," he replied. "It's not you. I just feel lost. Do you still want to be with me?" "I don't know." Then he hung up. I sat in my flat for hours, completely still. Not crying. Just empty. He didn't reach out again. I deleted his number. I tried to forget his voice, his smile, the way he looked at me like I mattered. People said, "You'll find someone better." But I didn't want someone better. I just wanted to understand. I blamed myself. Maybe I was too quiet. Maybe I wasn't enough. But deep down, I knew he left because he chose to. Months passed. Slowly, painfully, I started to heal. I went out again. Laughed with coworkers. Watched shows. I smiled more. But a part of me stayed closed, like a door I didn't want to open. I avoided the bus stop where we met. I took different streets. I didn't want to see his shop. I didn't want to see him. But I still thought about him. Sometimes, I even dreamed of him coming back. And in those dreams, I walked away. Then, almost a year later, his name lit up my phone. My heart raced. I wanted to ignore it. But I didn't. "Hi, it's me," he said. "I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I think about you all the time. Can we meet?" I don't know why I said yes. We met at a quiet cafe. He looked older. Tired. His hair was longer. But when he looked at me, it felt like time hadn't passed. "I left because I was scared," he said. "I didn't know how to love someone properly." "What do you want now?" I asked. "Another chance, if you'll let me." I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I just listened. We met again. Once in the park. Once after work. He was gentle, careful. He didn't ask much. He didn't touch me. He spoke like he was walking on glass. I could see he was trying. But I didn't know if that was enough. At night, I lay awake, remembering everything, the waiting, the silence, the pain. He was trying to come back, but my heart wasn't moving like it used to. Then one Sunday, sitting on a bench near the river, he said quietly, "I never stopped thinking about you." I turned to him. "Did you see someone else?" He looked away. "Yes. But it didn't last. I kept comparing her to you." I felt something small break again inside me. Of course he had tried with someone else. While I was still crying over him. "What do you want from me, Ethan?" I asked. "To pretend you never left?" "No," he said. "I just want a chance to do better." That night, I talked to my best friend, Ava. She said, "People don't change in a year, Clara. But sometimes, they grow when they lose something. You don't owe him anything." Her words stayed with me. Ethan kept reaching out. Slowly. Carefully. He didn't pressure me. He said he'd started seeing a counselor. "I didn't want you to think I was weak," he said. "It's not weak to get help," I replied. And for the first time in months, I saw something real in his eyes, not desperation, but honesty. Still, my heart held back. Weeks passed. He came over for coffee. We sat in silence. He noticed a photo of my parents and asked how they were. "They still ask about you sometimes," I said. He looked down. "I'm sorry for hurting them too." One night, I lay in bed, thinking of all the memories, his hand in mine, the soup when I was sick, the empty space he left behind. I realized I felt both pain and warmth. Was it possible to feel both for the same person? At school the next day, a child showed me a drawing, a big red heart with two small hands holding it. "What's this?" I asked. "It was broken," she said. "But I fixed it." That night, Ethan messaged, asking if I'd go for a walk. I said yes. We talked about small things. He made me laugh once or twice. Afterward, we sat on a bench. "I want to show you I've changed," he said. "I don't want to be the man who ran away." "How?" I asked. "I don't hide anymore. I talk. I listen. I stay." For the first time, I believed him, a little. Still, I didn't know what I wanted. One night, he made dinner. We ate by candlelight. He didn't try to touch me. He just said, "Thank you for coming." At the door, I asked, "Why do you want me back?" He paused. "Because I still love you. And now, I finally understand what that means." I didn't answer. I needed more time. Later that week, he sent a voice message. "No matter what you decide, thank you for giving me your time. I don't deserve it, but I'm grateful." I cried when I heard it. Not out of pain, but kindness. I wrote in my journal about the past, the hurt, the strange calm I felt now. I didn't write a decision. Just feelings. Then one day, he and I walked again. No questions. No pressure. At the end of the path, he said, "Whatever you choose, I'll respect it." And I stood there, looking at the man who once left without goodbye, and now stood quietly, waiting. And even now, I still don't know what to choose. The day after Rena left, the apartment felt like a hollow shell. I woke up to silence. No clinking cups, no humming in the kitchen, no scent of her ginger tea. The bed she used to make so neatly was left in a mess. I didn't fix it. I couldn't. I went to school with swollen eyes. No one noticed. No one ever really did. At lunch, I sat alone. I used to be okay with solitude, but that day it burned. The seat across from me stayed empty, though I kept glancing at it, expecting someone, anyone, to sit. No one did. When I came back home, the lights were off again. I stood in the dark living room, my hand still on the doorknob, not ready to enter. The silence wasn't peaceful anymore. It was thick, like fog wrapping around my chest, tightening with each breath. There was a note on the table. "Don't wait for me. I have to find my own way. R." No apology. No explanation. Just an ending, neat and cruel. I wanted to scream. To throw the note across the room, to crumple it and set it on fire. But I folded it carefully and slipped it into my drawer. That night, I slept in her bed. Her pillow still smelled like coconut oil and cinnamon. I wrapped myself around it and cried silently. I didn't want the neighbors to hear. "Thin walls are unforgiving." A week later, she called. I stared at the phone screen as it buzzed on the kitchen table. Her name glowed in sharp letters, Rena. My thumb hovered over the green button. I answered. "Hello?" Her voice was soft, tired. "Nadia." I didn't reply. I wanted to check on you." I closed my eyes. My throat burned. "Why now?" A long pause. I didn't know what else to do. "I didn't leave to hurt you. I couldn't stay." I could hear city sounds behind her. A train. A honk. Someone shouting. She was somewhere new. Somewhere louder. "You could have told me," I whispered. I didn't know how. That was the moment it broke. Not the silence. Not the distance. Her voice. It broke something in me. Not because it was cruel, but because it sounded like mine. Cracked. Scared. Alone. We were both drowning, but she had jumped ship without reaching back. I didn't say goodbye. I hung up. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment and share more. Emotional and inspiring stories are coming soon.